And we are live. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Tommo, and this is my 2024 Miami Grand Prix pre-race Chinwag. Almost couldn't say Chinwag properly. It's been that long since I've been live. Roll intro. How are we doing, chat? It's been a minute. Rainer, Callum, Henry, Ian, Kareem, Tina, Luke, Nathaniel, Helita, Tina, Wizzy, Liam, Seamus, Daniel. Welcome, everyone. Thank you all for coming. It's been a while, isn't it? It's been a while. Oh, gosh, I feel a bit... it's been a while since I've been live. It's a little bit... bit nervy. Bit nervy, but we'll be good. We'll be good. What is this bit of hair? Why is this bit of hair just here? What's it doing? Look, if you're listening, right, on all good audio only platforms, you won't be seeing the struggle I'm having with my hair right now. But you know, as the recession begins, I have to adapt, I guess. Anyway, enough about my hairline. Thank you all for joining me wherever you are in the world. It's a pleasure to be back. It is 6:47 in the evening in the United Kingdom. And Seamus, should I get that trophy out? Look, listen, right? This is going to be... I think this is going to be kind of quite a long stream, actually, for a pre-race Chinwag. So settle in, okay? I do waffle more when the live chat's here because we get a bit of interaction. And, you know, you tell me when I'm wrong, which is somewhat often, okay? And how was South Africa? Yeah, look, well, the reason these Chinwags haven't been live for a while is obviously I was away for like 3 weeks in South Africa. Beautiful country. Had an amazing time. And obviously Wi-Fi, can't really trust it. Actually, I think I already told you this when I did my stream from Safari. It wasn't a stream; it was recorded. It took me all night. It took me like 8 hours to upload, whereas something like that on my internet would take like 10 minutes. But there you go. We're back. We're live. Welcome everyone. Again, audio only. If you just want to listen to me, if you don't want to look at my face. I feel like I've got a bit of tan in her, chat. I feel like I've got a bit of tan. Maybe I just look redder. I think that's my idea of tan. Just a bit more red, a bit more peachy to match my branding. You know, that's the real reason my branding is pink. It is the skin tone I am aiming to achieve by going in the sun. I feel like I'm closer than ever. Look at that. Look. Compared to the checkered flag in the middle, my big head. Look, that's pretty much the same thing. I fit well in Ireland. I would. I missed you, Zach. Don't worry, I missed you, Zach. But yeah, we've got a few bits to go over. First of all, I've got a flex. All right. I've got a flex because get back from South Africa right on the Thursday. Not really jet lag because there's not much time difference. Drive to Buckmore Park on Saturday. Turn up with the team. Me, Aldas, Bright, Drew, JB. Buckmore 24 hour. We only went and bloody won it. So yeah, spoiler alert if you're going to watch Chip's video on it for saying your frogs. But P1 rookie class. I'm not that good. I'm not that light either. The weight limit, 70 kilos, right? With all your gear, with your helmet, with your overalls. 96, this guy. And I lost weight. I lost, right, over holiday, because I was sick at the start, because I was ill. Literally after I did that video, walking around, talking about... What was I even talking about? What was the news? I literally can't remember what I was talking about. When I did the video in South Africa, whatever it was I was talking about. I was really sick for like a week after that. I'm still not 100%. And I lost about this weight. This is like 5 kilos, this trophy. I lost about 5 kilos in weight. Sorry, I told you this is going to be a long one, where I'm not really talking exclusively about Formula 1 stuff, but this is kind of what I do, you know. Yeah, I know 70 is outrageous. There's no way I'm getting down to 70 kilos, let alone with all my stuff. But yeah, anyway, that was fun. That was enjoyable. Otherwise... kind of back to normal, really. Just going to leave that trophy there. Just got a flex on her, you know. Got a flex. Let's talk about Miami, shall we? That's why you're actually here. That's why you've actually decided to come over and enjoy. And how is Minton? He said Minton's very good. If you stick around to the end, because Minton hasn't been on a stream in a while, if you stick around to the end, I will go downstairs and get Minton. I think he's downstairs chilling with Han, and then bring him up and he can say hello to the sausage dog, who, yeah, obviously when we first got back, very excited to see us, but then kind of was giving us a little bit of sass at the start, like, why'd you leave me, Mum, Dad, what are you doing? But I think he's all is forgiven now. Okay, he loves us again. Let's chat Miami, shall we? Miami Grand Prix, round 6. How are we feeling about the track, chat? How are we feeling about the track? I'm going to put a little poll out. Again, I can't do the polls when I don't do these live. I miss doing the polls. What? Is my keyboard going to work? Nope, keyboard's not going to work. Right, sweet. That's gonna go over there then. Keyboard's obviously run out of battery or something, I guess. What do you think of the Miami GP circuits? So we've obviously had it for we've had 2 races there now. Is it a banger? Is it a clanger? Is it a small bang? Or is it a mild clang? So I've got to reach over to my laptop to actually get this typed. Bosh, lovely. Right, let me know what you think of the Miami Grand Prix circuit. Again, I was super lucky to be able to go in 2022. Was there on qualifying day. I was actually, relative to this image, I was sat kind of basically where I am now relative to where the cars are on that image. On qualifying, it's a great track. Obviously, caught out Charles Leclerc big time last year. Max messed up his first push lap in Q3. Then Charles crashed his push lap in Q3, which meant Max couldn't set another time, which meant Max started P9 last year in Miami. Had to recover from P9 to the front. Actually dropped a position at the start because he was on the hard tyre. We'll get into that. What are we saying? What we think of this as a track? 1% banger. So one of you is called giving it a banger. Fair play. Is that Logan Sargent? Logan, are you watching? 16% small bang, 49% mild clang, 33% clanger. I mean, we had some interesting. You had Magnussen, Leclerc scrapping last year. That was kind of exciting. Obviously, the walls always make it a bit more. Maybe. I'll probably align with mild clang. I wouldn't call it an absolute clanger. I think there's worse tracks than Miami, but it's not really, especially with Vegas coming around. It's kind of taken the wind out of its sails a little bit, I feel, at Miami. But you're going to get a lot of celebrities there this weekend. It's the Hard Rock Stadium in the back. It's kind of cool. Yeah. I'm not in a rush to go back. I'm certainly not in a rush to go back to the Miami Grand Prix to watch it there. But I would say as a qualifying track, very exciting. Those S's, unreal. Seeing the cars go through that absolute top whack was seriously impressive. Seriously impressive. You're not flashy anymore. Yeah, well, We'll get onto the Ferrari car. Don't you worry. We've got plenty to talk about today, haven't we? Right. 51% mild clang. That is the winner. Over half of you think it's a bit of a mild clang track. Well, yes. Last time, Max recovered from P9, started P9, and won. This is often cited as the race that, this is where Max started really dominating. This is kind of where the domination began. Obviously, Checo got a couple of wins at the start of the year. There was, you would say that Saudi Max had to recover through. This feels like where, the absolute, it's a given every weekend. This is kind of where, for me, it started. To be fair, it was impressive from Max the way he came through when he got that double overtake done. That was on Charles and Kevin, wasn't it, as well? There was some seriously exciting, interesting moves. And at the end of the day, Checo couldn't put up as much of a fight as you'd have hoped in the end. But either way, will we see the same again this weekend? Maybe. I miss seeing Nando on the podium, Tina. Well, look, maybe. The thing is, Fernando's going to wring the neck out of that car. You could see him putting it, top 3 in qualifying. But in the race, that Aston Martin just doesn't seem to have the legs on it. Also, there's some upgrades knocking about this weekend. We've got McLaren upgrades coming, which is interesting. Have we got Ferrari upgrades coming, chat? Or am I wrong about that? I'm not actually sure. Racing has been decent. Lots of action last 2 years. You know what? You know what, Antti? I think, again, Magnussen, Leclerc gave us something pretty exciting. And again, those scraps towards the back, they don't get the coverage that we deserve. I think I'd like to see more split screens used in the broadcast. That would be nice. No? Oh, it's Imola. Okay, cool. Well, I know McLaren are bringing an upgrade this in Miami. But yeah, Ferrari sounds like Imola. The livery certainly is an upgrade. We'll get onto the livery, we will. Also, thank you, Subdeep, for the super chat. Hi, Tom. If Max joins the Mercedes project as early as 2025, then who will partner Checo? And if they can still win the World Championship in 2025. So you're saying if Max is to leave to Mercedes, which, I mean, maybe today's news, look, I don't know. It certainly isn't going, a Newey-less Red Bull certainly isn't going to, isn't a pro in terms of the, pros and cons of Max staying and going. That's certainly a con. Adrian Newey not being part of that team, because as much as you can, maybe he's not as involved as he used to be, but as a figurehead, as a presence in that team, and as setting the direction, and bringing ideas, Newey's input is undoubtedly huge. Who would partner Checo if Max was to leave? Who would partner Checo? I mean, big bucks for Norris, you would think, is what Red Bull would probably go for. But obviously, if Sainz is available, they'd, take him maybe on, give him a year. I think too soon for Liam Lawson. I don't know. I'm not really sure who they would go. You know what? That's kind of a good question. But probably Carlos, because he'd be cheaper. But I mean, Lando is who they would want. I think I've given everything Helmut said, even Christian as well. I think Lando would be their ideal to replace Max. But would they get Lando? I don't think Zach Brown would let him go. I think it'd lock him up in the... I mean, to be fair, the MTC is like a villain lair. So I think Zach Brown could go full Bond villain and just lock Lando in the basement with a shark tank. Not let him out. Not let him escape. Would Lando go? Would Lando go if Max was leaving Red Bull? I think he would go. I think he would go. And I think he should go if Max was to leave. Big if. And obviously, who knows from 2026 onwards. But you're guaranteeing a... I bet Max isn't going to leave before 26, is he? Albon, don't play with me. Retro, don't play with me. Right, anyway. That's what happened last time out. Not a terrible race in Miami. It was, again, Max cutting through the field. Pretty interesting, pretty exciting moves going through. But this week, we'll see where Ferrari are with their new livery, which we will get into. And we'll see where McLaren are with their upgrade. Also, Haas ran well last year around here. Magnussen qualified P4, didn't he? Because of Leclerc crashing. He kind of benefited a bit there. But obviously, Haas are cooking more this year than they were this time last year. Right, driver standings as they stand after 5 of 24 race weekends. Max Verstappen, of course, leads the championship with 110 points ahead of Sergio Perez, 85, Leclerc 76, Sainz 69, nice. Norris 58, Piastri 38, Russell 33, Alonso 31, Hamilton 19, Stroll 9, Tsunoda 7, Behrman 6, Hulkenberg 4, Magnussen 1. And then everyone else, nil points. This is this driver standing is savage on Bottas, because Bottas he's been clear of Joe this year. He's been so unlucky. And the fact that he's technically 20th, he's second last, that is savage. That is savage. They have, on the race, they have the Valtteri Bottas sympathy corner. And you know what? It's almost like it's manifested, because he's just, the luck ain't coming his way, is it? For old Vouts. As the team's standings go, Red Bull have a 44-point advantage over Ferrari. McLaren 96. That puts them 55 behind Ferrari. So 195, 151, 96. And then Mercedes, Aston Martin pretty close, 12 between them. And then Racing Bull 7, Haas 5. Nil points for Williams, Alpine and Sauber. Look. Maybe Bottas Mercedes seat if Antonelli ain't ready. There's been much of talk of it. If you want to get my thoughts on George Russell, because it's kind of interesting, isn't it? A few people mentioned in the comments of my latest video about George Russell how if Toto really fully 100% backed George and also has Antonelli coming through, who's meant to be generational, why would he be so publicly courting Max Verstappen? If he really backed George and he really backs Antonelli, why? Maybe he doesn't really back George. That's what I'm implying, maybe. And again, because it's Max. Look, Fred, I agree. I think Max is... I'm saying, if you're Toto Wolff and you really believed in George Russell fully, you wouldn't be courting Max, would you? I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe I'm not. Right, cool. So, predictione time. Starting with me. Because I'm number one. It's me. Right, it's me. I'm the guy, okay, with the predictions that are always... No, they're not always correct. Right, race winner, Max Verstappen. Oh my God. Tommo, what an insane shout. Oh my days. This guy has gone away for 3 weeks and he's turned into an absolute... What is he talking about? Right. Max is going to win the race. Okay? Shocker. I know. You live chat are tilted right now. Right? If you're watching this post, don't even look at live chat. They are tilted. Look at them. Look at the... Oh my goodness gracious me. Right? They've lost their minds. Don't worry. We're going to get a bit more out there, okay? With the remainder, okay? A bit more. Banger drive. Valtteri Bottas, okay? Nico Hülkenberg has been confirmed to be taking one of those 2 seats at Sauber, and we know they want Carlos Sainz, okay? We know full well they want Carlos Sainz, which basically says to Valtteri and Joe, we don't want either of you, okay? I mean, that's clear as day now, okay? There's no hiding that fact. You've already, everyone knows about this deal, this Audi deal for Sainz. You've already signed Hülkenberg. They're not wanted. We kind of pretty much knew this was going to happen, okay? So now Valtteri needs to do everything he can. If he wants to stay in F1, he needs to put himself on the map. Williams seat, maybe. I think that would be a really good move for Williams, actually. I think Bottas and Albon would be a decent little combo. But yeah, he needs to put himself on the map, and I think Bottas is the kind of guy when he really needs to pull out performances, he can. I just hope that team don't mess him up because they keep taking away. That's the thing. Sauber keep denying those drivers opportunities to really showcase. Like, you have to be watching Bottas and Joe very carefully to really understand the level of their performance, because you've got to circumnavigate the fact that they're doing 45-second pit stops, or the car's just breaking down, and therefore not giving them a chance to showcase, look, I could be your hero, baby. I could kiss away the pain. That's what Valtteri should be saying to James Vowles right now. Great song. Oh, dearie me. What am I on? Right, so banger drive. I've gone Valtteri Bottas. Clanger drive. Yuki Tsunoda. Struggled last weekend. Lack of grip. And I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. I feel like Tsunoda could be in for a bit of a stinky stinker this weekend. Ricciardo seems to have found something. And if Ricciardo outperforms Tsunoda again, Tsunoda struggles again. He was nowhere last weekend in China. So he needs to have found something. That's the only thing I'm going on. He kind of felt a bit confused by the car last weekend. And that doesn't bode particularly well. So, hey, look. Edits. I like Yuki as well. You know this. I like Yuki. But this isn't a popularity contest. This is just me picking people that I think are going to do well and not so well. And we'll see. So I've gone Yuki for Clanger. Banger team. Haas. I said earlier, like they banged it last year. Magnussen in particular. But obviously Hulkenberg's... It'd be interesting to see what we get from Nico once he starts getting interviewed as well. Obviously, he's confirmed at Sauber for next year, which will then obviously become Audi. And but he's been doing bits, and obviously Magnussen. Obviously, Hulkenberg being announced to be departing, and obviously Behrman seems like a shoo-in. You know, they're giving him 6 FP1s this year for Ollie. And obviously he's already proven in the Ferrari that he can jump in and perform. But I think Magnussen's got to now really step up. And, you know, he qualified well last year around here. I think Magnussen, I think he'll have a decent little race as well. So I've gone banger Team Haas. Is this recorded? Thanos, yes, this is pre-recorded, Thanos. I just knew you were going to go in the live chat at this precise moment, and now I've replied to you. So with a head this big, right? With a cranium this large, you have to think, literally, right? Karting, my head's, the large helmet works for me, but because the top of my head's so big, we had like a radio, and the earbuds thing were digging into the side of my head. So my first stint was 2 hours. For about an hour and a half, I just had this horrific... Imagine someone's just doing this to your head. If you're audio only, I'm basically just squeezing my head. Just for like an hour and a half. It was like... I really struggled. I was kind of... When I got in the zone, I was right. But when I kind of went out... When I made a mistake and went out the zone, I was like, ow, this really hurts. Anyway, sorry. I digress. Clanger team, Alpine. Because they're bad. I mean, Ocon was pretty good last weekend. Almost got in the points. It's just Alpine. It's just Alpine. So, yeah. Max win. Bottas banger. Yuki clanger. Haas banger. Alpine clanger. What about yours? 1,643 of you voted. Thank you all for voting. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel if you're watching on YouTube so that you can see the community posts and vote in the poll, or follow me on Twitter at TOMMO'F1, where I post these polls. I usually try and post them the day before so I can get a good breadth of responses from you. So thank you all for voting, if you did. Your race winner with 50% of the vote, shock, is Max Verstappen. Oh my goodness, you lot are crazy. 26% Fernando Alonso, 12% Charles Leclerc, 4% of the vote to Lando. No wins. Norris. Sorry, Lando. I love you, bro. Right. Race win, Max Verstappen, shock. Banger drive, 30% of the vote goes to Lance Stroll. We'll see about that. 17% Charles Leclerc, 11% Lando Norris, 6% Oscar Piastri. There you go. Now look, has Lawrence Stroll paid a bot farm to spam the poll? Maybe. Has he paid me off? Maybe. Look, I'm just going to leave. Maybe he has. Maybe he has. Maybe Lawrence paid me to artificially mess with the number. Look, the thing is, right, to be fair with Lance, right, whenever he has a bunch of stinkers, he will then inevitably have a really strong weekend just out of nowhere. You know, he had a pretty strong weekend in Bahrain this year, did he? I can't actually remember. Either way, Lance is long overdue a solid weekend, if not a banger weekend. So you might have called it. Okay? 1 in 15, maybe fair. Maybe that's generous. I promise I didn't make a mistake, Spartacus. The people would never lie. You know, you'd never lie to me. You'd never manipulate the polls to bring up drivers who... We'll see. Anyway, Clanger drive, 26% of the vote, Lewis Hamilton. Now, obviously, Mercedes seem, a bit up and down at the minute, don't they? I don't know. It must be difficult. You can imagine being in Lewis's situation where Mercedes are. They just feel a bit out of sorts. It is going to be hard to find for any driver. It'd be hard for any driver to find that extra little bit of determination to, especially when you know that project's not your home long term, you know. Ferrari at the end of the year, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a long season for Lewis Hamilton. A long season for Lewis. But yeah, 26% of the vote for him, 15% for Lance Stroll. So, I mean, he almost won both. 10% Max Verstappen, clanger drive. That's some cope. That is some attempt at manifestation going on. Okay, and 7% Logan Sargent, clanger drive. Banger team, 31% of you have gone Aston Martin. So there's some belief. Obviously, 26% Alonso race win, 31% Alonso. Alonso is like if he was English. Alonso. Alan. My name is Alonso. 31% of the vote Aston Martin. 24% Ferrari, 19% McLaren, 12% Red Bull. Lovely jubbly. Right, and then finally, Alonso, Allison, same thing. Wow, Willow. That's blown my mind. It's meant to be. James Allison. Send him to Aston Martin. Finally, clanger team, 23%. Mercedes. Ugh. They are catching straight. I swear they've been clanger team for the last 4 weekend predictions in a row or something like that. 19% Sauber, 15% Alpine, 12% Williams. What on Williams? Saw what was it? Leah Block and Logan Sargent on Good Morning America, didn't they? Yeah. There's one bit of hair. There's one bit of hair is really bugging me. There you go. Lovely jubbly. Right. Cool. Okay. Those are your predictions. Max win, banger Lance, clanger Lewis, banger Aston, clanger Mercedes, and here are mine. So I'm back in mine, you know. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident in mine. Okay. Cool. How long have we been going? 27 minutes we've been going for a chat. We all good? Is everyone hydrated? Is everyone feeling happy? What time is it in your local area? Rainer, I can't leave it alone. You know? I'm just there's me there, there's me there, there's me there. There's 3 me. As I'm recording this, there's 3. I've got a little monitor on my camera, I've got the YouTube monitor here, and I've got OBS there. Honestly, I just can't avoid it. Okay, interesting. 2 p.m, 2:13, 7:13. That's me as well. 11 a.m, Theo, love it. 3:13. Worldwide, everyone, love it. Okay, first bit of news. Bosch. We already kind of knew this. Did my little video about it. Adrian Newey is confirmed to be leaving Red Bull Racing. He's out of here, and sooner than I expected. And why is the thing not here? There we go. Lovely jubbly. Here we go. Adrian Newey to leave Red Bull after 19 years. Damn. Basically, long story short, he is off. I can't actually see where it says it in here. This is on the Red Bull website. But he's leaving in Q1 of 2025. And basically, his gardening leave is like now. So he will be available to join a team pretty much once the new regulations are set in stone and the teams can start working on them, which the aero regs anyway, from the start of 2025. So he's essentially going to be a free agent and available to join a team and actually make a meaningful impact on a team aerodynamically ahead of 2026, which is much earlier than kind of we assumed. We assumed he'd have a contract till the end of 25 and then he'd have to do a year gardening leave. But it seems that actually he's much more available now. But yeah, obviously he's working on the RB17, which is like the hypercar project at Red Bull now. And, you know, apparently he was close to leaving last year as well, and they got him to sign an extra year on. And we've heard a lot of kind of, you know, he doesn't feel like he gets the plaudits for his involvement with the F1 team, but also he has interests elsewhere outside. You know, he obviously works on the Valkyrie. He's worked on various kind of boat projects as well, and yeah, he's doing the RB17, and then he's off. We don't know if he's going to go to another team. We don't know if he's going to just retire. Looking for a new challenge. yeah, Ferrari's obviously one that he's always said he'd like to work at Ferrari. He's also said he'd like to work with Lewis Hamilton. Obviously, Aston Martin would throw the bag at him, but and he said he wanted to work with Fernando. But with the Aston Martin project, it feels like money isn't really a sticking point for Adrian. It's more kind of what does he want to do. Ferrari's obviously carries a lot more weight than Aston Martin, maybe even a Williams. Back to where it all began and help build that team back up, get them out of the that could be an interesting sell, I think, for him. Maybe Williams, but either way, he's going to the Lance Stroll project. Yeah, I don't think Aston's on the table. It feels like Ferrari is the most likely destination, or he just takes a bit of time off. There's a bit of a chill. We'll see. But yeah, Adrian is heading off, so he will be in Miami this weekend with Red Bull. But yeah, his time in Red Bull has come to an end. Although at least Newey's choosing to walk away, unlike Günther Steiner, who did not choose to walk away from Haas, but is now pursuing legal action against the team. Oh, Günther, what is going on here? That's very, very saucy of you. Well, let's have a little read, shall we? The old screen share. Günther Steiner takes Haas F1 team to court. Launched court action against his former Haas Formula 1 team over the monies that he is owed, as well as using his likeness for promotional material. Ooh. Oh, Gene, what's going on here? Court papers. Steiner claims the Haas team has not paid him for commissions that he was owed over several years. Court papers state Haas F1 chose not to renew Mr. Steiner's employment agreement. That was its right, but Haas F1 has done what it has no right to do and refused to pay Mr. Steiner, amount redacted, owed under his employment agreement. I wonder if it's like, imagine if it was like a tenner and it's just doing it just for the vibes, just to wind him up again. But after years of accepting the benefits of Mr. Steiner's reputation, experience, and deep connections within the sport, Haas F1 cannot withhold Mr. Steiner the benefits he has earned. So, watch this space. Steiner's taking him to court. Oh, Gene, you could be in for some little bit of trouble here. We'll see. I'm sure he could just buy his way out of it. He sells enough CNC machines anyway, right? Cool, okay. So, Günther's taking him to court. But then you could argue maybe Ferrari should be taken to court because this livery... this livery. Oh, chat. Right, talk to me. Ferrari, but it's blue. What are we saying, okay? What are we saying about this livery? I'm going to start a poll. What do we think of the Ferrari blue livery? Is it? And again, YouTube, if you could add more poll options, that would be lovely. But I don't think they listen to me. Bang. Oh my God, I've just opened up. No, that's fine. Banger, clanger. Small bang. I'm going to have to stretch. Mild clang. There we go. Bosh, lovely, jubbly. Stop poll. What are you thinking? Ferrari, but it's blue. Ferrari, but it's blue. Where's the blue? I mean, you can't... Obviously, the suits are very blue. And the suits wear the new HP because they are now Scuderia Ferrari HP. It's not the sauce. It's the printers. Okay? If you ever had a HP printer, you are now repping, whether you like it or not. I'll get... let's go back to screen sharing. Let's get some bigger images of the cars. You can see the wheel covers, this light blue. You've got this light blue here, but then you've got the kind of darker blue of HP. So they've kind of got two different shades of blue going on here. Here's the kind of front on angle. So you've got the darker blue, the white here as well, the white of HP to really make that stick out. And then the lighter kind of, that's the blue they're using for the race suits. You can see it on the rear wing here, then going down there, nice, lovely. We've got this kind of angle shot. Now, obviously, they were teasing the blue earlier this weekend, and obviously we've seen the Ferrari full race suits. If you haven't seen them, then are they in here somewhere? Are they on the website somewhere? Gonna get the full. You're gonna get no. Can we any blue suits? No, Ferrari blue suits. Yeah. No. All right, cool. Fine. I mean, you can see it on this overlay. So whatever, right? You can see the Ferrari blue suits on here. The suits. You know what, Tina? I agree. I think the suits work. Okay, I like the suits. I don't like the red suits with the blue HP. I think that stinks. But with the light blue and the coloured out, like, I don't mind the suits. I think the suits are cool. But on the car, it's just a shame they just didn't go fully in, innit? It's a shame they didn't go all in. I would have liked to see all blue dubba-dee-dubba-die. That would have been nice. Alas, it's not to be. And you lot think it honks. 56% of you have gone clanger for this Ferrari livery. 25% mild clang. 13% small bang. 6% think it's a banger. Yeah, I don't know. I just if you're going to do it, just do it. Just do it. Just fully do it. Don't half-ass it. Like, and maybe that's too much to expect because, you know, it's Ferrari and it's red. But just as a one-off, man, this is your new title sponsor as well. HP, your new title sponsor. Just, if you're going to do that, just do it properly, you know? Oh, no. That would have been cool, but never mind. Never mind. Can't win them all. Right. One final bit of news which came up, and then we'll wrap it up shortly after that. One final bit of news which came up just before I started doing these graphics, and very interesting. Oh, and we are joined by... Who's this?
Well, he ran away.
Oh. Hannah was attempting to introduce a sausage dog to the stream, but he's run off. Oh, hello. Hello. Yes, here he is. Here he is. The sausage is here. Surprise Minton, everyone. Surprise. Let's go main screen so you can get the full Minton effect. Hello, boy. Who's that? Who's that in there? There we go. Let's see. Look at him. Here he is. The chien. The sausage. Mwah. Oh, good boy. Hello. Hello. He's been playing up recently, actually. He's very at the moment he seems to be he's very daddy's boy. So he behaves when I'm about, but whenever like Hannah just tries to take him for a walk on her own, or whenever I'm out and it's just him and Hannah, he just acts up. Like, you're barking all the time, like you won't walk properly. You're very protective of your mother. But yeah, anyway. We'll do the rest of the stream with him on my shoulder, yeah? Should we do that? We can make that work. We can make that work. Thank you, Caleb, for the super chat, by the way. It's not as good as the full blue livery, but do you think I can claim a half prediction? Look, I'm sorry. Like, this livery, smelly. Smelly, okay? Not a fan, Caleb. I'm not a fan. They should have gone all blue. But you can have a half prediction. You can have a half prediction, pal. You can take that. You can take that. Okay. So, yes. Anyway, the bit of news that's come up is that Andretti have gone legal in a pretty big way. A pretty substantial way. And to be honest, Rivethead, no, I'm not going to cover the F2 beforehand, because honestly, when I'm making predictions for F2, I'm just guessing completely at random. So I'll do F2 post-race, but I won't do them pre-race anymore. They're going pretty legal in a pretty big way. So I was having a little browse on the old Twitter. Oh, OBS, what's happened? Oh, has it crashed? Oh, no, it hasn't crashed. Okay, I thought OBS crashed just then. 12 members of the United States Congress have written directly to Liberty Media asking why Andretti Global have not been allowed onto the F1 grid. Ooh. And basically, there's these three main questions that they want an answer to before, was it May the 3rd? So by the kind of next couple of days. So let me have a little scroll, a little zoom in here. So question number 1. Here we go. Under the Concord Agreement, Formula One's governing document, up to 12 teams can participate. Currently, there are 10 teams competing in Formula One races. Previously, the FIA launched and led a comprehensive application process with the purpose of allowing one or more prospective teams to join Formula One racing series. Andretti Global, with its partner GM, submitted an application, and after receiving 4 applications, the FIA approved Andretti Global. Under what authority does FOM proceed to reject admission of Andretti Global? What is the rationale for FOM's rejection, especially with respect to Andretti Global and its partner GM potentially being the first American-owned and American-built race team? Mom spaghetti. Okay, that is the first question. The second one, the Sherman Antitrust Act of 1890 outlaws unreasonable restraints on market competition to produce the best outcome for the American consumer. How does FOM's denial of Andretti Global and GM, American-owned companies, square with Sherman Act requirements, since the decision will benefit incumbent European scum, I did that bit, racing teams and their foreign automobile manufacturing affiliates? Ooh. Ooh. These are some words. Yeah, we request your response by May 3rd. They're not giving them much time. They're like, hurry up, get back to us now, right? We are America. We are Donald G. Davis and Jake Elzey and Jim Banks. Oh, Jim Banks is not happy. And then finally, we understand that GM intends to reintroduce its Cadillac brand into the European market, which would support thousands of good-paying American automotive jobs, especially with Formula One's worldwide audience and its halo effect on its teams and sponsors. How much did GM and Andretti's entrance into racing competition, taking a portion of racing market share, and GM's entry into the European market, taking market share, each play into the decision to deny admission to the Andretti Global team, given the public outcry of incumbent Formula One teams against a new American competitor? There we go. Okay, all of the words, that's what's going on. Andretti are not laying down. They actually announced a bunch of new hires, didn't they, at their Silverstone facility recently. So, yeah, they're not giving up. We felt like this was always going to happen, but to have 12 members of Congress on side, get a bit sketchy now for Formula One, getting a bit greedy, don't want to share the pie. Well, maybe you're going to have to share the pie, okay? 11th team, bring him in. Expand the points to the top 12 teams as well while you're at it, and lovely jubbly. Lovely jubbly. Liberty is American, yeah. Indeed, the owners of Formula One are American. But obviously the teams and the power exists mainly in Europe. So, there you go. Right, okay, cool. Everyone, I think we're done. I'm not going to waffle on for too much longer. This has gone over almost 45 minutes today, but it's a pleasure to be back. So thank you, wherever you are in the world, thank you for coming along and listening, wherever you are. Live, okay, thank you, live chat. Thank you, Christopher, Gabe, Chris, PH02, Leon Share, Willow, Tusselwell, Alpine, Gabe, Seamus, Charmander, Sense, Rivethead, Liam, Halita, Chris, Auriel, Hangyo, IBK, Ian, Dawood, Olivia. I'm going to put Minton on the floor. Say bye to everyone, Minton. Farewell, so long. Pip, pip, cheerio. Lovely jubbly. And I'm going to go and cook dinner because I'm hungry. I'm a hungry man. Thank you all. Appreciate you all taking the time. Audio only. Wherever you are in the world. 5-star. Like. Subscribe. Comment for the algorithm. I appreciate it. My name's Tomo. Thanks again. Have a good and cheerio. Adios. Ciao. Bye-bye. Bon voyage. Arrivederci. Bye-bye.